Well, everyone, welcome to the 2023 Classic display. Welcome back to the channel, and here we have a Classic Yard display. So, I'm going to go through and walk you through the other side. It is windy, so stuff is being pushed around and stuff, and I'm kind of pissed at that. It's the only time I could do the video. But, so, story behind this, I wanted to do a Classic display, because I really liked Chase's last year, so some of this stuff is from him. I reached out and talked to him about it. So some of this stuff is from him, and I thank everyone that is involved with everything here, that I got everything. I thank all those people. Sun's kind of in the way right now. I can't really put it out of the way, but now I had another friend doing it, and I didn't really like that. And then I had another friend take my idea as well this year and said he wanted to do a Classic display. I'm like, okay, now I'm getting pissed off at this point, because like I thought I was gonna be the only one to do a Classic display, and I thought, like, oh, it'll be cool. I'll do a Classic display, whatever. But everyone here, if you know me on my channel, you know I'm up to some crazy stuff, and I do some crazy things. So I decided to do something else that no one has ever done, and take two sides of your yard, show everyone all the classics on one side, and then keep all the newer stuff on the other side. So this is first, never done before, classic versus newer, I guess you could say. But we're going to do this side first before we get to this side, and maybe the wind will calm down, hopefully. But, yeah, and this side, I just wanted to keep it creepy. That's what I did want to do. Like, it's getting pretty windy. So, yeah, everything's blowing around. Again, I don't really have another great time to do this, so I don't got a choice. But, I decided to keep it only creepy on this side. Like, no cheap fan garbage for the most part, just creepy stuff on this side. And I kept my promise to that. I only used creepy looking stuff. Everything's blowing around terrible. Jesus Christ, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't like doing daytime videos anymore because of this reason. I've been trying to do nighttime, but nighttime I don't usually talk in the displays. I can't stand doing daytime reviews, though, of displays. I can't stand doing it anymore. I might just stop it. But, here you have the fortune teller. If you remember him from last year, he's back again. He's still one of my favorite newer ones that I own. And then this one, there's no video on this. I doubt there's going to be one before Halloween. It's going to be one of the ones that I do after Halloween. I just had to get up and get it out of the way. But, long story short, I got this back in January. It came up on Marketplace, Mercari for $80, and I grabbed it because it is one of my favorite cemetery archway designs, so I did grab it. It's in great shape. One thing I am going to do with this, though, is I'm going to take the scythe here and stitch it, like, onto his forehead right there, because it just blows around. Like, it's not a main part of it, but I just don't like that it stands up straight. And then two more things here, which I think are the last two things on this side I did not review. You have the Home Depot skeleton. I grabbed him back in January on Amazon for $60. I love him. I hate that he has LEDs and a cheap fan, but he is really cool nonetheless. Definitely different, and I had to put him out. And then, yeah, it's getting windy. After this, I gotta turn everything off. And then, as you see here, we got one of my favorite 12-footers ever that I've been looking for a very long time. 2018 Grimace Pumpkin Reaper. One of my favorite 12-footers ever, probably. I saw this in person back in 2018, and I wanted it so bad, but I never collected and stuff. And I didn't really have money for it. I didn't have a job. My mom didn't have money for it, so I found one on eBay for a great price. I paid like $40 for it. Sadly, the LEDs are dead. You'll see in the nighttime video. I already did the nighttime video a couple days prior before this video, but all of the short circuit's dead, which is fine because I hate short circuit anyway. And next year we'll replace with a proper base fan and C7s. I hate short circuit. I've said it before. I don't like short circuit. And he's kind of yellow, but he's not thin. He's in pretty good shape. Again, I don't want to go too in detail on it because then there'll be no time for a review. And then I got the Ghost Guy up that I did back in January from Holiday Guy, I think his YouTube channel. He didn't really post much often, but I still talk to him on Instagram. And then you got the Lowe's Pirate Ship. You remember that video? Haunted House from last year. I got that back again. And then this is something new I did buy for this year, but I did not do a video on it. I have the video for it. It's just sitting in my phone. I never uploaded it. I'm probably not going to because it's kind of boring. I like it. I like it because it's mine, and I wanted this when it first came out. I wanted two of the small ones and the big one. And I said, you know what? If I don't get it now while I have the chance, big chance knowing my luck, they're not going to re-release it again next year. And I don't think they're going to. And then you got the haunted house, you walk through in there. But again, no one's walking through this one again. My display on the classic side is a walkthrough, but I could not do it on this side because of the other stuff here. I just couldn't do it. I wanted it to be you walk through there, you come up the driveway, you come in here. I just couldn't do it with all the tethers. And then you have the Reaper that Sterling gave me. And, yeah, this guy is fucked. He was thinning, and he just got worse, and it keeps blowing onto his fan, and it's just knocking him down because the fabric is falling backwards and covering up the fan and taking the air out. So he's done. I'm throwing him out after this video, which is why I wanted to do the video now, because it's only, at this time and point, it's only 5 days till Halloween, so I do want to take him and throw him out and replace it with something else. I'm sad I had to come to this. I really like him. I will buy him again. He will be back next year, hopefully, if I can get a good one. But he's 2019. I got it on Amazon. I don't know where Amazon stores their stuff, but he only lasted me 2 years. I can't even count this year because he really didn't last. And he was only out a couple weeks, so I don't know where Amazon stores their stuff. But if it's something old, sure as hell, I don't think I'm buying anything on Amazon again. If it's old, and this isn't the first time this happened. This happened to another friend twice in a row with a ghost. And another friend of mine with the Beckoning Reaper I have over there. So chances are I won't be buying anything like that from Amazon again. But that's it for this side. Again, I wanted to keep it creepy. I mean, the Reaper is creepy, but I'm going to replace it with a Scarecrow, I believe. The 6-foot Scarecrow I had from Home Depot. And now we're going to go on this side and review the classics. So again, Grimace Pumpkin Reaper, Skull, and Cemetery Archway will get a review, probably takedown or later next year. So we still have this side. You see, this guy's bent over, Beckoning Reaper. I do not like him. He will be, I said I was selling a lot of my stuff at the end of the year. I still am. And he will be one of the first ones to go on eBay. He does not want to stand up. The wind always pushes him down. He's too skinny, and I'm sick and tired of him. He's giving me problems all season. And the Ghost, probably one of my favorite things out here is the Ghost. They're still going nice and strong. Now, that one is one of the ones from Chase. And then the crime scene, that is still up and fine. As you see, I said it would look better pulled back and everything, and it does look better. Now that it's pulled back and standing up straight, it does look better. It still works, you can hear the sound. I don't know how it's still going. It went through 5 rainstorms, and it is Florida during October, so it is still hot here, so I don't know if rain does not take coating off inflatables. It probably does. Didn't do it to me. And then you have the Skull Stack. If you remember this was from last year. Now, I did do an upgrade to it. I didn't like it at LEDs. I didn't really want LEDs on this side. So I took the cheap fan off and upgraded it with a base fan. I put a base fan on it. You'll see it at nighttime. It lights up so much better now. I said last year, I hate that you can't see the top skull's face, but it lights up a lot better. You have the whirling globe. It's not really whirling and glowing right now. It's kind of dirty on the outside, but bats are just kept in. You can see what I did with the inside scene. I said it was worn. You can see I have it tied up in the Ghost. It's fine. I could have pulled it tighter. It still inflates really tight, so the globe is good. Again, the scene is just bad, but the globe itself is great. Still extremely tight, wants to explode, so the globe is usable. The scene is absolutely gone. And then, yeah, the horse carriage here. I did not make a video on this. I bought this only for like $100. What's wrong with my screen? Jeez. Something's wrong with my screen right there. That's weird. Because the sunshine is bugging up the screen. So I bought this from the person I bought the spooky tree from. If you remember that review, I bought it from that person for $100. I did not do a video on it. I didn't have time, and it was so big I couldn't do it in the house. And although it's not a classic, it is still, it's not considered one, but it is a remake of a classic. So I said, you know what, screw it. It's still got the same face. It's mostly still the same, so I kept it here. I wanted to keep everything as real as possible, but there was just no time to get another carriage, and for $100 for this, I was not going to pass up on that. Whether or not it was a classic or not, I was not going to pass on it. And it is in great shape. Only thing I don't like is the horse's legs don't inflate great. It's just, like, they're just so skinny, they kind of cave in on themselves. It's not thin, I checked it everywhere. So that's still really tight. So the horse legs kind of fall because of that reason. They're just too skinny. They don't hold the air well if the wind blows them down. But it's got a kaleidoscope, and it had a sound box. The sound box is kind of finicky. It plays the sound, but it's really low. I don't know what's wrong with it. I opened it up, I looked at it, couldn't find anything wrong. Remember, I'm not technical. I don't know anything much about inflatables. I just know how to change fans, update stuff, and fix really easy things. I don't mess around with the electronics in them. I'm not special like that. I'm not like Chase. I'm not like Noah from Holiday Master. I don't mess with any of that. But there's the kaleidoscope, and look, see, the wind blew him down again, so I'm going to fix him before Halloween. And then again, the wind's blowing on this, but I did not do a video on this. There will be a video on this before Halloween. Like I said, the time filming this now, there is 5 days before Halloween. I will do a video on this before Halloween. This is the 2009, I think it is. I don't know what this is. It's obviously a Reaper with a tombstone, but like, I don't know anything about it. It was on eBay. If you're in the community, you definitely saw it on eBay. Yeah, it was that one that was on eBay. I'm the one that got it. I bought it for like, sorry, I'm a little sick, 150 bucks. And I ended up getting refunded 100 because although it's in great shape, this thing is really great. It's creepy. I'm like, I've never seen something like this before. I'm like, this is definitely weird and cool. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, this is really demonic. I'm like, I've never seen something this cool before. It is all good, but I told them there is one problem. There is one thin spot right here. You probably see it there. It is right there above its arm. I don't know why, but it's just one circle of thin. It's probably this big. It doesn't affect this at all. As you can see, it is standing. It's only like that right there because I have it tugging a little bit. I have this pulled a little bit tighter, but that's because it does bend because it is an archway. But I do have it tugged on tight. And also because back here where this is, it's not exactly the flattest land here. So like the tree, when it's windy, it kind of leans. So yeah, see, it's leaning again. But that is the only thing bad about it. I have the box too. Again, I just don't know much about it. I'm like, okay, I'll take a chance on it. I'm like, it's so cool. It looks great. It was great, too. It's still in great shape. It's still good and definitely usable, and especially because I tried rubbing it. It did not want to come off on any other spots anywhere. It's just that one spot, which is why I think it's really weird. Thinning is very weird. It's hard to explain, and it's annoying to deal with. But I'll probably be keeping that archway. Although that one thin spot is, I'll probably be keeping it. And then the way you walk through, it is a walkthrough. You walk through here, and then welcome to, you know, the grounds where you walk around and get in to get your candy at the front door, and then you go. So what you have here, you look to your left, you have the train. Train's still going good, nothing wrong with it. I just have to fix a light bulb in the conductor that went out, and there is red lights here. Again, you'll see it at nighttime. And I have to pry open his coffin again. Remember, he's broken. If you remember, he does not go up and down, but I did take the fan motor. I went in there with a screwdriver and plied it open so that way he is getting air. You can see him inflated, but it is windy, so it's pulling his coffin back. I gotta fix the ghost a little bit. He's not coming out much. I do have to fix this cat. It's not thin, it just inflates terrible. These indoor-outdoor ones with these fans inflate like shit. He's been like that all season. He hasn't gotten worse. It's just terrible, inflation-wise. The fan sucks. And then, yeah, the spooky tree. And then, if you remember this guy, I'm not even going to bother fixing him. I hate this one, too. He's also going up for sale. Again, I can't stand these 12-foot, really skinny in the middle ones. If you know what I'm talking about, you've seen them. It's mostly Reapers and Ghosts that have this problem. So, I ended up making holes on his chin and neck. And he's tied to my roof there. He's just annoying. I don't want to deal with it. I'm getting rid of him, too. And then Spooky Tree is fine. This one's still fine. As you see, I did reattach the ghost with a zip tie on the back, and the ghost is now fine. The tree, it's not falling. It's good. Plate's pretty weak. I wish it was tighter, like I said, because, well, the fan sucks, but what are you going to do? It inflates, it does the job. I don't mind. And, yeah, the spider, this is considered a classic. It's from 2014, so I said, I need a little spot here. I'll just throw it there. And then you have the cemetery archway. Like I said, if you remember, the Reaper was thin. He did get worse. He's really cooked now. You can probably even see it on camera now. If I go close into it, no, you still can't see it. Black doesn't come up great thin on camera. I don't know why. Not coming up too great. Yeah, but just take my word for it. That part's worn. But I did actually change out the C7 in here for a red blinking C7. See it blink there and there, and the actual archway is still good. Besides screen chipping, which I think actually did get worse. I think it did chip a little bit more being out here, but other than that, it's still in good shape. It's still usable. I think I'm going to keep it and cut the Reaper off and put something else there, or just sew it up. And Chase's cat, still in great shape. I made sure to keep him in amazing shape, and he's still going well. His mech stopped working like for one night, and I fixed it the next day. There's nothing wrong with it. It just got caught on his collar part. He is one of my favorite things here. And then we're going on this side. We're slowly transferring to this side, but the way is you walk through the crime scene, and you walk straight through here. And then we'll go on the other side and talk about the rest of the stuff. There's the tree. There's some water in it, so the owl is leaning. And also, it's got that fuzzy material fabric. And also, you can see it's leaning a lot because, well, there is no base tethers. Oh. And I just noticed one of its tethers came undone. That's great. But, yeah, he's kind of leaning to this way. Because this is not level land right here. It's level up there, but not down here. You can even see the ghost is leaning. You probably noticed it. It's just a little bit. But the ghost is great. He is one of my favorite things out here. He's still going strong. He's awesome. I love the ghost so much. It's so cool to see this as the first inflatable ever made. And show how far Jemmy has come down the line. With even better designs. And yeah. This is where the good gets bad. This cat has to also get thrown out tonight when I throw out the Reaper. He is shot completely. He was shot. He was starting to go bad a little bit last year, but again, he is fully black. He was stored in an attic for a year before I figured out what thinning was. He's 2018 and he is from Amazon. Not sure if Amazon helps anything, but yeah, he's not even turning his head anymore. He's got to go. I'm not going to replace it with a classic. I don't have any more classics. You see it's getting windy again. I just wanted the classics here. I want to keep him here for the video. I know he looks terrible. He's not going to be like that for Halloween. I would not keep that out like that. He's completely done. I'm going to replace it with the jack-o'-lantern in the box. And he's getting thrown out. I'm going to scrap it for parts. I probably won't take the fan because the fan's really slow. I don't know why, but the fan is really slow. And that's also what's making him inflate like shit. But he's thin as well, so it doesn't matter. He has to get thrown out anyway. And Prototype Biker, this one's still good. It's still really tight. I love him. He's one of my favorites. And then you have the Witch Kicking Pumpkin. Probably one of my least favorite things here, but it is still pretty cool. I do like it. Still inflates terrible, like I said before. Could inflate tighter. But it does get the job done. It's still kicking the leg. And I think it's... Oh, wait, no, I forgot the stuff over there. I was going to say, I think we're going to wrap up the video. I don't want to make the video really long. Like, half an hour is kind of long. And cemetery. And then you get over here, which is what I first started decorating. I always first start decorating here. Like I said, I still don't like this archway, but it looks really good here. With my 4 blow mold pumpkins at the front. I have 2 other blow molds. They're going to go out the night of Halloween. They're in my house. When Sterling visited me, he gave them to me. It's a pumpkin and a skeleton on a tombstone that says... Ashes, ashes, dust to dust. Here lies someone I wouldn't trust. Only reason why they're not out here is because they are not faded. And I'm going to be using them inside my house with my indoor decor. Because they're not faded, not one bit. And I do not want to fade them. I believe they're both from the 1970s or 80s. Yeah, he still works. There you go. He's giving me no trouble this year. He's gotten up really great. He is cool. I'm still going to sell it, but it's still kind of cool. It did work out well. And then you do get to the door. And again, some classic stuff here, like the 2 blow molds. And there goes my camera. And there goes the Hershey's Ghost. Hershey's Ghost is going to stay out for now, but the white is thinning on him, which is why he was leaning like that. I will have him staked up the way it's supposed to, and he'll be fine, but he is thinning. The white is going bad, sadly. And the person had another one, so I wouldn't buy that one. If I said it was on Mercari with the other one, people knew what I was talking about. I would not buy that one. If you're watching this video, don't buy that other one. It's probably bad like this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it out. The pumpkins are probably going bad too, but it's the white that's going bad. The whole ghost is going bad. I'm going to rip the banner off, and I'm just going to buy the other one that was produced and just stitch the banner on that one because they are the same. I don't like doing that, but I want to keep the banner. And if you remember my video, I think I said the hand on the drummer was broken, so I took it off the thing and stuck it in the ground, the broken one. I just think it's cool. It's a nice little reference to it, and you can see body parts and stuff thrown everywhere. You know, the double-headed Reaper, I just gotta fix them up. I see, like, here by his chin, I just made little punch holes with a hole puncher. Yeah, he's not gonna stand. You see, he's really skinny. Right there's his weak part, is the skinny. It's just so skinny, it's his weak part. He's not gonna stand. Ow. An extension cord just took my... Yeah, I hate this thing so much. I hate him so much. And then in here, this is what's going to be open on Halloween night, obviously. The band is all together. I got the band all together. I could not get the guitarist, sadly. But that's fine. I just made the guy on the keyboard that Lowe's had on the picture of their profile. I actually have a Mr. Christmas soundbox here with the lights and stuff that will be blinking and stuff. I will do a video probably on this separately before I take it all down. You have the drummer. He has both his arms fixed. Techie Toys. I emailed them. I don't know. I gotta watch my video again. I don't remember if I showed it with the broken arm or without it. But he's got 2 fully working arms now. And they are chained to the cardboard. This is the Spirit Halloween cardboard from last year, if you remember that. I did build a stage out of it. That's where it's from. And although I threw a lot of the Spirit cardboard out that I didn't use, I will be keeping the cardboard and doing the band for a bunch more years. And then I took Spirit's Jumping Spider. I still needed a guitarist, and I wrapped it around the guitar. This actually, I had this guitar, fun fact, since I was 4 years old. I got it as my first guitar for Christmas. I just put a skeleton skull on it to make it look Halloween-y, but you see it on the Discovery Channel. That was my first guitar when I was a kid. And then you have the greeter. If you remember him from Lowe's, he did come out this year for $125. I had a friend grab it for me. He's pretty cool. For $125, he's really nice. It's only got 2 phrases, but he's a full-size animatronic, and he does do stuff, and he is really detailed. And then I ended up just getting a microphone. He's the singer, and then I put a chain on it. And the rest of it's just cardboard. There's purple lights on it, orange lights through these banner posts that were from the laboratory theme. And then I used, I took pants, cut the pants in half and ripped them up. I just didn't fit in them anymore. They were too small. They were like 5 years old. And I took pant leg, cut it, put it on his head. There's a skull on my Pop Pop's keyboard I got when he passed away a couple summers ago, back in 2018. And then I put my tank top on him, which I usually do wear. My leather jacket, which I had when I was 2 years old. It doesn't fit me anymore, obviously. And my dad's guitar strap band when he used to be in a band. That's, well, it's a whole story. And then I also gave him a can of empty Mountain Dew Voodoo, because if you remember last year, if you've been part of my channel for a while, you'll remember that is the full body skeleton that every year for the past 2 years, I've been putting him in funny different poses, usually outside, or doing something else. And he has a name, I forgot the name at the moment, but he's one of my first videos. And last year, I don't know if I showed it in the video, but outside, he was outside, I put a can of Voodoo in his hand, an empty can. Last year, I zip-tied it in his hand like he was leaned back on, if you remember, the fence post I had outside. I threw those out. I don't have the fences anymore. But I put those, I zip-tied it in his hand. A lot of people saw it on Halloween night, and it had good feedback. A lot of people said, hey, look, he's drinking the Mountain Dew Voodoo. And people kept pointing it out, and I thought it was hilarious. So I did it again, and I'll be doing it probably every year, just giving him a can of, that's the 2023 Voodoo on him. It's just really funny. And I like it, but this is the band, basically. They'll be on Halloween. I'll make sure to do a video on them, definitely, before I take this all down and my garage goes back to normal. But, yeah, I think that's just about it for the classic yard. Stay tuned for the Halloween review. For the nighttime review, sorry, nighttime review. Which, I don't know when I'm uploading either of those. I'm probably going to upload this video tomorrow, which will be 4 days till Halloween. And the nighttime review I'll do on Halloween, probably. But I'm going to cut this video here. I'm going to leave in the comments all the stuff I got. Not all of who I got from, but who I got stuff from as a little contribute. I thank everyone that did help me out getting all of this. This would not be possible if it wasn't for a lot of my friends and a lot of people I met through groups and eBay listings. This would not be possible. If I paid retail for this, it would be a ridiculous amount of money. I'm so grateful for all the people that helped. Although some of it's thinning, a lot of it is still usable and still looks great and amazing. I just want to tell everyone Happy Halloween, and I'll see you back for another video.